Welcome to Kindling Conversations, the podcast where warmth meets wit, and four friends gather around the crackling fire of camaraderie to share stories, laughs, and insights. So grab a cup of your favorite beverage, settle into your favorite spot, and let the glow of Kindling Conversations accompany you.
Train shots.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kindling Conversations. My name is Kyle, and I am joined by my three wonderful co-hosts.
I'm wonderful.
Oh, God.
I'm Ben.
I'm Ashley.
Today, we're going to be going over wedding planning stuff, just kind of discussing that, and see where that takes us.
Who are you marrying, Kyle?
I ask myself that question every day.
You're so rude.
Wow, that's a loud train.
So we have some shout-outs. We have our normal ones, Aaron. Well, I wouldn't really consider Aaron, I guess.
Yeah, he's not.
Aaron
a member
and Kira?
anymore.
Haley, which we got an email from, and I'll be reading that soon. Devin,
Joey.
Joey.
Yep, that's about it. Those are our listeners. Thanks for listening, guys.
We have more than just them that listen. If you look at our
Consistently?
analytics. If you look at our analytics, yeah. Really
haven't looked at those in a
Big
while.
shout out to all the dedicated people who listen to us every week, and put up with us.
Except not
Yeah.
Kira.
She does.
Does she?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
she
she
didn't.
caught up?
Is she caught up now?
She very well could be. I'm very busy at the hospital.
We'll,
okay.
we'll have to quiz her, or you have to quiz her tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Haley sent us an email. I'm not sure if you guys read it or not.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna read it off real quick. Do you guys want me to read the whole thing, or?
might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. So Haley says, "Hi guys. I wanted to start off by just saying how much I love the podcast. I've listened to every single episode, and I look forward to the new episodes every week. I hope you guys get merch soon because I want some. I feel so honored to be a true Ember. I follow you on all social media and have listened to every episode, unlike Aaron, who is a fake fan.
Called out.
Shots
Wow.
fired on Aaron.
Big Aaron.
Here are a few of my favorite summer memories. When we were up north and Ashley caught a bluegill and it had sand on it,
Princess.
so I went to clean it off in the lake, but it swam out of my hand, never to be seen again. I hope Princess lived a great life."
Can we give a little backstory behind that one?
Okay.
So it's not like we were just keeping it out of water. We had it in water. We kept giving it fresh water. We had a little.
Like a live well?
No, it was in a paddle boat.
It's in a paddle boat.
What a great life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we kept making sure it had fresh water. We kept changing the water every now and then, so it had fresh air water. So
How
we
to
weren't-
get sand on it?
the paddle boat had sand in it.
Oh,
A little bit of sand in the
jeez.
bottom of it. And Haley would go wash it. Next thing you know, all of a sudden, there it goes.
Bye-bye,
So that's when our
princess.
parents were at the casino up north, and we were there by ourselves fishing, and
Oh, no.
and there goes.
Did you cry, Ashley?
I don't
Oh.
think so.
I think she was mad at Haley though for a little bit.
Yeah, because I caught that fish.
It was
Oh
a
my
big
God.
bluegill too.
Was it?
It was a decent sized one.
And
to get you
then
on.
she says, when Aunt Diane and Uncle Kenny were coming in off the lake because it was storming, and we ran out to help them, and then started running back to the cabin, and Ben became Dash from The Incredibles out of nowhere and sprinted past everyone.
I could see it.
Yeah,
that was
I
back.
can see
That was
it.
back when I was younger and fast, and I was skinny and not fat. So
You're
now
not
I
even
cannot
that
run that fast. Yeah, I
Dude.
am.
When little kids get running, they fucking run.
I was,
Oh,
probably
yeah.
I was probably about 10 at that point.
Oh yeah,
Man, dude, they're fast little things.
Yeah, I was 10 years old at that point, I think.
little kids can run.
And then her last point says, when we went to Iowa and everyone made me crawl on my hands and knees on acorns to do a spanking machine.
Yep.
That was also when we went snipe hunting.
Why was the spanking machine like what? Like was it for her birthday or like?
Yeah, it was.
We didn't go down there for her birthday, but it just happened to fall close to her birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what
yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
That's also where I found out jiggers. I was like doing cartwheels and stuff
Mhm.
in the grass, and I got like bit by so many jiggers. It was crazy. And like that was my first experience.
That's where I thought it was going, and then she said spanking machine, and I'm like, oh, that's not where it went. Okay. Because I
Yep.
figured she.
Yeah, we
I
went
thought
on
she
a
got
we went on a
chiggers, too.
dam tour.
Yeah, we went on a damn tour.
Yep.
Those
Oh,
damn
watch your
tours.
language on the podcast, guys.
Yeah.
I thought I was so funny when I went back to school too. I was like, yeah, guys, because I did like what? I'm like, I'm on a damn tour. And they're like, why is the tour so bad?
That's-
It wasn't. I went on a tour of a dam.
Then she says, I hope my email gets read on the podcast. That would be a dream come true.
Well, here's your dream come true, Haley.
I
Well,
also hope
your whole
I
life
get.
fulfilled now.
I also hope I get to be a guest one day because I am a true ember. Fuck Aaron. Love Haley.
That's what we like Aaron better. That's why we've had him on the podcast twice,
Yeah.
and you not at all.
She also included a meme at the end of the email, but
It was a great meme.
obviously we
was.
can't show that.
At least she wasn't asking for money at the end of her email. Some people.
What?
Joey was asking for money for sitting his feet.
Oh, yeah.
Is the train still going?
No,
it
that's
was a
a
skid steer.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, there is exciting news.
there is.
Yeah,
What's that?
we made it to episode 21. We are not a statistic.
Nope, we made it past
That's
the
true.
average failing point. Or so what is it?
Failure point. It's 3 episodes for most.
Yeah, that was the first
and then it was
75%. I think the other 25 was failures come from the first 20 episodes.
Yeah, after the first 20 episodes. So
So it was a long, good life, guys, of the podcast.
This is not the end.
No, it's not. We're
it's
still
the
going.
beginning of the end.
Yeah, I was going to say the beginning of the end.
We just made it past a statistic.
Yeah, we just didn't want to be a statistic.
Yeah.
That's all it was. So
I
'Cause
took
the whole
college
point of this-
algebra, so I didn't have to take statistics.
yeah.
Yeah, I got out of that one.
All I know is we're no longer a statistic, and that's about all I know for statistics.
Yep.
So, congrats to us, guys. Anyways, should we get on the actual topic of the day?
Sure.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, let's set the scene. Are you ready?
How far back we go?
Wait.
Listen. We are going. Caleb, yes.
I was just gonna say, can I set the scene?
You
to,
know what she's
like-
in the scene for.
I know what she's setting. You're setting the scene for the engagement.
Okay.
So, okay.
Oh,
All right, so we're gonna go. We got to go around the room because each one of us have a different perspective on like Kyle getting ready to ask me, and then we'll go forward. All right, Caleb, you being the best friend,
And the first one to hear about it.
yes, take it away.
All right. So, well, I had been badgering Kyle for.
Cause you like me that much.
Shut up, Ashley. Don't feel that special.
like-
Hold on, guys.
Ashley,
flash
Hold
yourself.
on.
Ashley, he likes seeing Kyle. He likes seeing
Caleb.
Kyle happy. He doesn't like you. He likes seeing Kyle happy.
But he has to like me.
I was
Not
badgering
necessarily.
Kyle though about a year before it actually happened, like that the summer before.
Yeah.
I was like, so when you get in the ring, when you gonna do this thing? And Kyle was like not letting it be known to me at the time.
He's a
Um,
very like secretive person when he wants to be.
When he wants to be,
Exactly.
yes. But I kept badgering him and kept badgering him for your sake, Ashley.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. For some reason, you
Even-
saw something in my best
even
friend, and I knew this
though-
opportunity wasn't going to arise again.
I knew I had him. Like I had him lock and key. Like
Hook,
He-
line, and sinker.
yeah, he was not going anywhere. I just wanted that ring.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah, there's not very many bald girls, so I mean, I'm joking.
I got a new fetish.
Oh,
Maybe that's why my hair is growing.
oh my!
I found it, guys. I found the issue. Little sperm.
Who needs hair?
What?
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 I'm saying you come in my head.
Whoa! This took a
Since
turn.
when?
I guess this podcast is rated R, guys. So
Well, we do mark it explicit, luckily.
Who needs hair pulling when you got head slapping?
Kyle.
You can just slap it.
All right. Anyways, before we get too too derailed
It's like
and off the
spanking
off
an
the.
Okay.
ass without
Kyle,
you
cheeks.
best,
stop
Alright.
it.
you
Stop.
best mute him.
Stop.
Yeah.
You lost your talking privileges.
No, so I was badgering Kyle and badgering him, and at one point we did go into a jeweler's when we were just out and about. I want to say it was around Christmas time.
I think so, yeah.
And we just kind of browsed. So that's when I knew Kyle was starting to really get serious about it. And there were a couple points where we were just hanging out. We were driving somewhere. And I was like, so are you like, is this seriously going to happen? And he was like, yeah, I think so. And I was like, oh shit. Oh shit.
Were you geeking?
I was kind of like, damn, he gonna get married.
Who would have ever thought?
And then it was around April, May, and he like came up to me and he was like, check this out. And he showed me he either showed me the ring or were you telling me you got resized? I can't remember the timeline there on it.
That was in June.
That was in June that you got it resized?
Yeah, because what put it in motion was Ashley and Ben were up north, and me and my mom went to that breakfast at Bessie's,
That I won.
That's right.
and my
Yeah,
mom
she
had
won.
mentioned this ring,
Yes.
and that's kind of what put it in motion. So I went over to her house to pick it up that day,
Yeah.
and then I went and got it resized and everything before you
Okay.
guys even got home.
Okay, but Caleb, it's Caleb's turn. Continue.
So what I remember is I came over one night and Kyle was like, check this out. And I was like, okay. And so he goes and he grabs the ring and shows it to me. And he was like, well, I got it resized. And I was like, when's it happening? And he was like, I don't quite know yet. I have kind of an idea. I want to like, I want to make it special. You know what I mean? And, I want to say it was like a week or two later. He had it planned out.
Mm-hmm.
And he like gave me the like whole rundown of what was gonna happen, and I was like, dude, that sounds fucking perfect. But yeah, like I knew, and then next thing I know, it like the day came, and I was just like, so what time? What time can I expect a message? He was like, oh, calm your horses, hold your horses. But yeah, I mean, and now we're here like, what is it, a year and a half later?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, yeah.
And
Okay,
guys
so
are
you can stop there. Benjamin, your turn.
Yep, that's my name. So
Don't wear it out.
shut up, Kyle. That's my line.
Okay, so my brother, your side of the story.
Why'd you say that? I think everyone knows I'm your brother. But all right. I told you telling people that.
Hey, you only got 3.5 weeks
I
left.
know, right? But I could not claim her.
And then you got you got a brother.
The brother I never had.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Damn
So
straight.
I think it was over Xbox, right? Or no, over computer.
Something.
We were playing on computer, I think, and Kyle, I don't know how he even brought it up, but he said something about it, and I was like, oh yeah? He goes, yeah. He goes, now, how do I tell your parents? And I was like, I don't know. He goes, and when do I tell your parents? And I was like, I don't know. He goes, I don't even tell them when Ashley's not here. She's always here or she's with me. So I don't know when
Yeah.
I'm going to tell them. I'm like, I don't know, Kyle. That's for you to figure out.
You're
And we
no
had-
help.
No, I really wasn't, to be honest.
No.
I think we ended up deciding on horseshoes. Like, he stayed back a little bit on horseshoes to talk to my dad.
Yeah.
Then he went inside to fill his water and told my mom.
Well, that was the only time that Ashley's not with me.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
My mom's story of when Kyle asked her, he goes in for water. Hey, Diane. She's on the couch. He's in the kitchen. She can't see him. And she goes, yes, Kyle?
So, okay, so we'll let Kyle tell that part. But so lay out kind of the house. The kitchen's in the back of the house. Living room's in the front where my mom was. My mom had just redone her kitchen and her living room. And so she got new carpet, new floors, all this stuff. And very strict rules on it, whatever. So, there's that. Kyle, go ahead. And Kyle was worried about getting my mom's carpet dirty.
No, I went in to get water, and she was in there, probably eating her Indian corn. I don't know.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
Um, but she's always eating popcorn. It seems like,
Where
and
do you think I get it from?
she was yeah, right, and she was in the living room, and I'm like, okay, I got a break between games, so I'm gonna go in and ask her, and like, I never asked anyone like if I could marry their daughter, so I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
What do I
And
say?
so I like got water, and then I like I didn't fully walk in the living room, but like I knew she was there. I'm like, hey Diane, she's like, yes, Kyle. I'm like, I got a question, and I'm like, but I don't know how to ask.
She's probably like, holy fuck.
And she's like, okay. And I'm like, would you mind if I married your daughter? And she's like, I don't care. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what do you think Ken will say? And she's like, I don't think he'll care either. And I'm like, so you like me? And she's like, yes, I think we do. I'm like, okay, good. And then I went outside. I'm like, okay, well that's half of it down. I'm like, now I got to do the other half.
Which is the bigger half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to wait till, Horseshoes was over, and then I stayed behind. And then me and Ken were like the last ones to like walk out, and I'm like we were
Which
like
is
walking
weird,
towards the garage.
Because usually Kyle's one of the first ones gone.
Yeah. And I'm like, so oh, I can't remember how I worded it. I think I just came out and said it. I was like, so Ken, I got a question. He's like, yeah. I'm like, would you mind if I married your daughter? And he's like, I don't care. I'm like, okay. I'm
But
like,
mind you, my dad had a really bad night of horseshoes, so he was pissed off.
That was Kyle's
And
his
so-
partner.
It didn't.
yeah, me and Ken were partners that night. And I'm
And
like,
did
oh,
not
just
go-
my fucking
And it
luck.
did not go very well.
And
Yeah.
like my dad was so mad that it didn't process until he like got like in the house, and my mom said something to him, and he goes, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Did you know something was up when Kyle didn't come home that
No,
night?
because we had like
No, so whenever I go there, she wants me to get the tea.
because
Like-
there's always
Okay.
something that gets brought
There's
up.
like drama,
Yeah.
this and that.
Gotcha.
So that night she was like, "Oh, you got to get the tea for me," and I'm like, "Okay, I can do that." I totally didn't, but
You had
that
something totally different on your mind.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that was my reason for staying behind, so it checked out.
Yeah, that was an easy cop
You
out
know.
excuse. Like,
Yeah.
So Ben, did you know the date that Kyle was going to propose?
I think he did tell me that. I think so.
Okay. So Kyle, do you want to go or do you want me to?
Let me say one thing, Ashley. Do you know how hard it was for me not to tell you?
Oh, I'm sure.
We tell like each other everything.
Yeah.
And we I was like, I don't know. I can't say this now.
right.
I think me, Kyle, and Caleb actually made some like remarks towards it at some point. And you didn't know.
Probably.
Because the day before we had a fire.
I'm sorry. It smells like
Yeah.
something's fucking dying.
oh yeah, can I close the door?
I don't
It's
care.
coming from outside.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Yes. I think that's just the smell of Sharon in general.
It is. Sharon's
But
heart
it smells like
waiting time.
it smells like there's fucking cadavers around my house, and it just reeks.
I have the Sensi on.
That sense ain't doing shit right now. Like every time a draft comes in, I feel the wind, and I'm like, "Oh, that's nice." And then the smell hits me, and it's not so nice immediately.
But yeah, we had a fire the night before, I know, and we made some sort of
Did
comment
we have a
towards it, and I
fire?
actually had
We
no
went
idea.
to the Snappers game.
No, we had a fire before.
No, there was
No.
a fire. It was either the night before or the 2 nights before.
I think
We
it
had
was
a
the night
fire that
before.
weekend though.
It was
'Cause-
2 nights before, and then we went to a Sky Carp game with
Yeah.
the
Because
family.
Did you not do it on a Saturday?
He did on a Sunday.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, it would've
Yeah.
been- Okay, so yeah, that was what it was.
So Friday night we had the fire.
Yep.
Saturday was the Sky Carp. Sunday he proposed.
Yeah.
Damn, that was a fun packed weekend for you.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun for her. Lot of thinking for me.
When did you ask versus when you proposed? Like, what was the time gap there
When I asked,
My parents.
from when you asked to when you
Um,
actually proposed?
I think it was the week after they got back from up north. because whenever they go up north, we don't play horseshoes that week. So I think it was the following Thursday. Because I had the ring back. It was either that following Thursday or the Thursday after that. And then I forgot how I had mentioned the date I wanted to do it to them. I can't remember, but yeah, I think it was either a week or two after they got back that I asked.
Okay.
And then
So,
he
like a
proposed. No,
month-ish?
he proposed the
It was a couple
July
weeks.
31st.
So
So
about
about
a
a
month and a
month.
half?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So can we just dial it back for just a quick second? I have a question for you, Kyle.
Okay.
You said your mom told you about the ring at the fly-in event.
Yep.
Did you know about the ring prior to this?
She had mentioned it, but it wasn't like she had only mentioned it prior, and then when she mentioned it in the parking lot, that's what really kind of got the ball rolling
Okay.
on that. And I was
Gotcha.
like, well, I mean, I'm not doing anything for the rest of the day, so I mean, I can just stop by and pick it up. And she's like, okay. So then I just met her over there, and then she ran in and grabbed it for me.
I want to say it was that night that me and you hung out after the fly-in.
Was it?
I want to say because you showed me the ring like shortly after you got it.
I feel like
Before you
Ashley was
sized
there
it.
because I had to show you in secret.
Yes,
I had to like make sure Ashley didn't see it.
correct. You showed me it sized. I thought when they were up north.
Something. Yeah, well,
It was
I-
one or the other.
I remember showing you the ring because you came over for a fire.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, look, I gotta show you something. And then I quickly ran in and like had you follow me, and I showed you real quick,
Yeah.
and then I put it right back.
Yeah. Either way, are we on to Ashley's account of the proposal?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so leading up to it, Kyle was different. And so when we were up north, I knew. So he went out to breakfast brunch with his mom, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm going to my mom's. Gonna go say hi to Hunter." Okay, sounds good. Kyle was like there, and then he's like leaving, and I'm like, "Well, you didn't. What'd you do? Hi, bye?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, Hunter didn't want to see me. He was mad," which I was like, oh, "Okay, whatever," because it's Hunter. Like he goes through his emotions, so I didn't think anything of it.
Right.
Spent my time up north, came home, and even then, Kyle was like being weird. And I kept making, I would make comments. I had been making comments to him, like, "Oh, you don't want to marry me," or
You've been
like,
making comments like 6 months after y'all started dating.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
So it's
she was
like
like
day one.
badgering me.
It's
Yeah.
been like since day one.
Yeah.
So I knew something was off, and then Kyle never plans anything, and then he was like,
Mm,
"Oh, my mom wants to go to Kenosha and take pictures," and I'm like, "Okay, why do we need to be there?" And he's like, "Oh, she just wants to go take us out for lunch," and I'm like, "All the way in Kenosha, like, what the hell?"
what the fuck?
Yeah. And so like at this time my mom and I were going on walks and stuff, and I kept making comments to her. I'm like, "This is just something doesn't feel right." And then she's like, "Well, what do you think it is?" And I was like, "I don't know, maybe he's going to propose." And I was like, "But
Well, Ashley thought I was going to propose up north
yes, I did."
because we were going up north that week before.
Yeah.
Mm,
And so Ashley had it in her head that I was going to propose up there and everything.
So we were up there, for like 7-8 days. And so like the first day I didn't think anything of it, and then he was doing something and we were like going to go on the boat, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot something." And I'm like, "Oh my god." Yeah. And I'm like,
It's
"Oh,"
happening.
I'm so ready.
oh my god!
So we went on the boat, went swimming, and I'm like, "Okay, we're having like a cute little picnic. Is he gonna do it?" And I'm like waiting, and Kyle falls asleep. And I'm like, "Okay." So then I laid out a little bit, and then he woke up and he's like, "Okay, we can go back in, whatever." And I'm like, "Okay." So then we go to our favorite bar, and nothing happens, and then nothing happens, and we're on our way home, and I'm like, "Fuck, it didn't happen."
What would you have done if you did it at a rest area on the way home? Like, oh shit, I forgot to propose while we were up there.
Yeah.
I would not have been surprised. But I also would have been surprised because then I was like, what does this signify in our relationship?
It would have been good to propose up there, but it would have been too obvious.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, like that would have been so
But
expected.
going to Kenosha for pictures just because your mom wants to have lunch with you wasn't obvious enough?
No, because me and Ashley had been
mom-
to Kenosha before.
Yes, and his mom loves Kenosha.
Oh,
Yeah, so my mom had been to Kenosha
why it's Kenosha?
to this spot before, huh?
This is why it's
Well,
Kenosha.
it was like the beach with the
okay.
lighthouse
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah, we'd been swimming there.
yeah,
you know, and everything
Kyle
else.
and I that's like one of our first like big dates
Yeah,
that we went on early on into our relationship. And like so when we got there, she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited to get pictures of the water and the sky is so perfect." And I was like, "Okay, Amanda, whatever." So, I thought we were going there to swim a little bit. And so we start walking out and I hear her clicking, but every time I turned around to see Amanda, she was like pointing the camera out at the lake or something along the shorelines, and they had sailboats out there. So she's like, "Oh my god, the sailboats look so perfect." And so I heard her clicking, and then she's like, "Oh, Kyle, I need a tissue. Do you have a tissue in your backpack?" Cuz Kyle had brought a backpack with our towels in it. And so I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So I'm like looking at it, and I hear like Kyle kind of like rustling around, and I'm like, "Oh my god, Kyle, like I don't know if you have tissues in there, like whatever." So I'm watching the sailboats and it kind of goes quiet. And I hear like the shutter clicking and I hear his stepdad like kind of like clear his voice. And I'm like, "What in the world?" I turn around and I give Kyle the dirtiest look because I'm
Yeah.
like, "What are you doing on the ground?"
I was like kneeled down and she turned around and like looked disgusted, and I'm like,
And then
Did I fuck
because
up?
I looked I looked right at him because I thought he was up here. And then I went down and I'm like, "Why are you still down there?"
you know, like her resting bitch face she has.
The really bad one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the look she gave me.
And then I looked further and I saw the ring and then instantly just started crying. And
Oh my god!
She
Yes,
was like-
I like covered my face.
She was like, "What?" and then started crying. I'm like, "What?"
I was like,
So did you actually ask?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's like, what?
I
Kyle's like,
didn't-
okay, what's the answer? Come on.
I didn't do some sappy speech or anything because like that's not
No,
who
he
I
was-
am.
We've loved you
He
for
was
so long.
he was
Yeah.
smiling and he kind of was like giggling and he's like, will you marry me?" And I like barely got yes out because I
Yeah.
was just crying.
She
And I
didn't
was
even remember if
shaking.
she said yes.
I was shaking so bad.
What had you done if she said no?
I don't know.
That's gonna be an awkward ride
Snip-
back to ours.
Yeah, right?
Sniff the bottom of Lake Michigan.
Yeah, right. Put some cinder blocks on her legs.
Oh, I
So
thought you were gonna sniff the bottom of Lake Michigan, not
so
her.
we
Damn.
did, we did the pictures, whatever. Amanda did great with the pictures. And then I obviously had to call people and post on social media.
Obviously.
And our social media blew up.
I feel like anyone who gets engaged does.
Yeah,
Right.
I suppose. But like all my friends from like college were like, "Oh my god, finally!" And then
I mean, it had only
You know-
been about 2 years at that point.
yeah, and so I had I had to call my grandma because we were supposed to go to dinner, and so I was like, "Hi, we're not going to be at dinner because Kyle proposed." And my grandma goes, "Did he?" Yes, Caleb.
Did he propose in 21 or 22?
He proposed in 22
22. Okay.
because I was
Yeah.
in my master's.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
so
he was
good.
good. This is how it was gonna go. I thought he was gonna propose when I graduated with my bachelor's. He didn't. And then I thought he was gonna propose up north. He didn't. And then he proposed after.
She thought I was gonna propose at every fucking milestone, like her birthday, college, my birthday. I mean, Christmas, everything.
Anniversary.
You could
Yeah.
you could propose to her as the guy, the bagpipe guy, is walking into the water playing the bagpipes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, so we got engaged. We instantly started talking about dates. Because we were like, "Oh, we'll get married in like the fall of 23." And then reality hit where it was like, "Holy cow, that's like a lot in a short amount of time." Like it would have at that point been a little over a year, but a lot of places were booked up because they were still getting pushed back from COVID. weddings.
Yeah.
And like I think we really wanted to take our time looking at venues. So we decided, let's go into 24. And then that's when we decided on the springish of 24. And then how did we land on the 18th? Well, obviously it was your grandpa's birthday.
Well, we didn't want to do fall because that's hit or miss with the weather.
Yeah.
Like it's either warm or really fucking cold and windy. But like sometimes like or it's like just right. Like you never know. And we didn't want to do summer because obviously it gets hot in the summertime.
And like a lot of our family and friends have things going on in the summer. We
Yeah.
didn't want to.
And we didn't want to be dying outside, you know. And that's why we were like, why don't we just do it like in the spring? Because it's starting to get nice. Like it's starting to get warmer. It's not cold. Like yeah, some mornings are chilly, but like by midday or late afternoon, it's warmed up enough to where it's manageable and it's not hot. So I think that's how we kind of settled on the spring.
Mm-hmm.
So in the date, yeah. So
And then planning took off from there.
yeah. Yeah, don't propose unless you want to spend a lot of money.
Well, yeah, weddings are expensive.
Not to mention the venues.
You can go cheap wedding.
Man,
Go
You-
to the courthouse.
It's called
You
the courthouse.
can.
Yeah.
Taco Bell.
I'm not saying you can't, but if you want like a wedding,
Yeah. If you want to end up in the bathroom at your wedding.
It's like $500 at Taco Bell to do a wedding.
Wait, really?
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Of course, it's Vegas.
Well, Vegas. I mean, Vegas
And
is
the
full of
Vegas
weddings.
one has
Alcoholic.
alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have alcoholic Baja Blast.
Mhm.
And
Meh.
let's take a trip to Vegas. Just go visit Taco Bell.
Yeah. Because that'd be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go gambling too.
So
Be the hookers for Caleb.
did the they're legal somewhere by Vegas.
They're legal in Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, in Vegas they
Yeah.
are?
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's like a certain strip that if you drive
Also-
on,
also
you're.
They're-
no.
They're
There's also one of those
legal.
in Seattle, isn't there? Is that what the news
So-
we're watching?
I think so.
So brothels and stuff are legal in Vegas, but they have a lot of restrictions.
There you
So
go.
like all the girls have to get tested every so often to make
Caleb's-
sure they're clean.
Caleb's looking up when they're open so,
You
he can
know.
go, so he can go.
There's like a few towns in Nevada that, it's legal, but everywhere else it's not.
Wait, does that mean glory holes are legal too?
Maybe. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know why I asked that.
It's Vegas, who knows?
I don't know if
There you go,
So-
I
Caleb.
don't know why that's attractive.
So in case you're
I don't know
curious,
either.
prostitution is legal in 10 of Nevada's 17 counties,
Yep.
but only 6 counties allow it in every municipality. The state has 19 active brothels across the 6 counties.
And they have restrictions,
I'm just
yeah.
trying to go on a Vegas trip.
Okay. Move
Let's
on.
go.
All right, Caleb, what were you saying before?
Before you're talking about prostitutes.
Yes, I know. Did it ever, when you started like looking at cost and everything like that, did it ever cross your mind to do like a courtroom wedding or like elope or something
No.
like that?
No, we
No.
joked about it,
We did.
but
but-
we weren't like serious.
No,
about
I
it.
think both of us we continue to talk like we want this to be our one and done. And like we don't want to go through
Yeah, Kyle, because with no
divorce
takebacks.
and all that.
Once you say yes, no.
Yeah,
So
Ashley, no takebacks.
I think we both, as much as Kyle like seems annoyed of the process and stuff, I do think he wants the wedding. Like as soon as we started doing his tucks and stuff, I could see it hit him that like this is what he wanted to.
Yeah. Well, one of the hard parts too wasn't necessarily the wedding planning, but like figuring out who my groomsmen were. Because like that was kind of hard. Because like I knew who my best man would be, obviously,
Woo, woo.
but then I had to pick another 5 people. And I'm
Is that
like,
because Ashley already knew who she wanted, so you had to like match her 5?
yeah, she had her girls picked fast.
Heck yeah.
And I'm like,
She'd
who
been
the
thinking
fuck?
about this for years.
And I had all mine picked except for one. And I'm like, I don't know who, like looking back now, there was one I should have picked other than the one I did pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna name drop
Mhm.
No,
necessarily.
name drop. I'll beep it out.
I
Okay.
just I mean, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
like, it's pretty obvious. But like Ashley was like pushing me to like pick this last person. And
Well, because like
it just kind of
we had to let people know because things were starting to happen. Like I had like a spa day planned for the girls so they could all like start getting to know each other. We had the boxes for the boys. Like this was gonna like I wanted you guys to know as soon as possible because like we were all at the age where we're trying to still figure out life. So the earliest you guys knew, the better it would be.
I knew in fucking senior year of high school.
Well, okay, but you didn't know the date.
That's fair.
Yeah, so like in hindsight, I should have picked him. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't, but Ashley was pushing me, so it was just kind of like a last minute decision. But is what it is, I guess.
Yeah. And like your stress is different than my stress. Like we've gone through different stressors in wedding planning.
Right.
Kyle continuously keeps telling me it's not a performance. And my coworkers at work keep telling me like, do you want to be a bride or do you want to be a wife? And I was like, both. The fuck.
Well, because it's not a performance.
It's not, but
At the end of the day, though, can I ask you a question?
yeah.
Because you say but my question would be: at the end of that day,
Yeah.
is it really gonna matter that
No, as long as
the
the
flowers
marriage
were
license.
perfect
I don't.
and
The flowers have never been an issue.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, if these things, like,
The stressors.
yeah, these things you're gonna stress about beforehand, right? Like everything has to look so perfect, right? Because everything has to look perfect,
Obviously.
But like,
I think it's
at the
more
end
so
of the day, does it matter? Who's gonna remember?
people remember the cake, the music, and the food.
Right.
And you know what I remember from all the weddings I've gone to?
Unless like something just disastrous happens, like a
Don't
fucking building
Don't
collapses.
say that. Don't say that.
But like,
all I'm saying is
you
the only
know.
thing I remembered from weddings that I've gone to is that I was there to support whoever was getting married, and I got fucked up doing it. So like at the end of the day, does
Wow,
the
you bolted that.
does the
Pelted my
intricacies
dog.
of the flowers and the
No.
all of that, does that actually matter?
No. No. It's as long as the marriage license is signed in Monday morning, it gets turned in. That it's fine.
Yeah. Although I will say my dad has been known to do fake marriages.
That's what he told us. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has.
Dude, that was a wild.
That was a
story.
wild story, which we can get into later.
So, I mean, yeah, here we are. It started out as us being at like 530 some odd days. And I'm like, oh my God, it's never going to come. And
Well, the thing too is like, as soon as you propose, you immediately have to start planning.
Oh
like
yeah.
you cannot hold off for a couple months and then start, because like it takes time to pay that shit off.
Yeah.
Unless you're like fucking loaded or something. But
you
like
write one big check.
But like Ashley was going through college and
Yeah.
I was supporting us at first. So like, yeah, it took us a little bit to like start actually looking at venues. But I think one of the like we chose the venue. That was like the first big thing. And then
Mhm.
after that it's like, well, now we have to start looking for food, drinks, all
The
that, and then
outfits.
figure
Yeah.
out the wedding invites, the outfits, the colors, the flowers.
The unfortunate
You
thing
know.
about most weddings is you have to find the venue first because there's like a preferred catering list or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that.
So
Typically,
that's actually what turned us away from a lot of venues was they were like, oh, you have to use X, Y, and Z.
Yep.
And I'm like, I get it, but at the same time, I don't.
Well, that and the price of some venues too.
Yeah.
Because there was one in Delavan, it was like $25,000 for
Oh.
one fucking night,
I believe it.
and I'm like, you guys are out of your goddamn minds. Like, it seemed good, and then the second she put the piece of paper down in front of us that had the price, I just slid it away, and I'm like, well, we should probably get going now. There ain't no
you know
fucking
the
way.
crazy thing about this though is it's priced that way because people fucking pay
Right.
it.
The only
Because
thing nice
people
about
have the
that one.
money.
I know, but
Well, the only thing nice about that one is that they kind of did everything,
Mhm.
but the downside too is that
it was
they had a set menu.
$25,000.
Well, that,
Yeah.
but they had a set menu, and they only allowed 150 people,
Oh,
if that.
And we were already starting to do our guest list, and we were already up to
Well,
200.
75% of it's our family.
Well,
Right.
95.
95.
My family is what's in Beloit. That's
Yeah,
it.
We have a massive family.
But the food, we had to select what we wanted, and it was only appetizer, meal, dessert, and it was a set thing, and each person only got one fucking plate, and we're
Yeah.
like, no, because some people in my family really love food, me included,
me too.
and it's
too.
we want like a fucking buffet,
Yeah.
So we didn't want to go with them either, because of that reason. And, so it really helped, it really helps to look around and stuff. And make sure that one of the vendors you're looking at, the woman doesn't rip on you for some completely unrelated topic.
Your people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But now here we are, 25 days away from
Mr.
getting
and
married.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Crazy.
And I
Can't
didn't,
wait.
counting down, I felt super excited and stuff. But
You're
It's
getting nervous now.
yes, now it's starting to hit me the nerves, and people at work keep talking about it. And
I've been
our
nervous
family.
since July 31st, 2022.
But I'm making Kyle do his own vows in front of everybody.
Oh boy.
So we're gonna get to see softy Kyle.
I'm not sappy at all. It's so cringy to me.
Do you want to hear the start of your best man speech?
Yeah.
No,
Ladies
leave
and
it.
gentlemen,
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
I am actually kind of excited to see and hear what Caleb comes up with,
why?
because I know you can be genuine and you can care, and I feel at that point it's going to come out, because I know you want the best for Kyle and stuff, but you also, I know you're gonna throw shade. You're gonna do it, and I just cannot wait.
And
What do you mean
can't
I'm going to throw
expose
shade?
you can't expose our biggest secret because someone else already has.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. That was in
No.
my speech.
You
Ashley,
can still say it.
Ashley did, and then I just continue on.
And spilled a lot of secrets.
How did
Ashley started it, and then I just continued on.
How'd she start it?
I don't even remember what she said.
Because he was
Pretty sure
drunk.
you're the
'Cause you
one that
started it.
spilled the beans though on
Uh-huh.
everything.
I can't control drunk Ben, okay?
We know.
Drunk
We
Ben
know.
just is drunk Ben and goes on.
We know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to give the speech.
Oh, I bet
But
you
I'm
are.
nervous as hell because at this point I am for the most part letting it come from the heart. So
Somebody needs to record it and we can drop it on the podcast.
oh jeez.
We can
No,
we can drop the vows.
We were talking. We were gonna be mic'd up on the podcast during the wedding.
Oh yeah.
What?
We're gonna buy mics. We're gonna be mic'd up during the wedding.
Oh god.
Maybe
Is that a good idea?
maybe
We should do it.
vlog the day and then do a video, and then that can be our podcast.
Just do like a one video episode.
No, I'm not joking. I'm gonna buy little mics and mic up us four,
Okay.
Oh,
and I'll
man.
record the whole thing through my phone.
Okay.
Oh jeez.
I'm worried about the rings with Caleb.
The rings are gonna be fine. I promise. Ashley,
Okay.
I.
There's a reason that he's
promise.
not hanging on to him until the wedding.
Remember, Caleb, it's a performance.
I know.
No.
Wait, did you say it wasn't a performance?
Yeah, I'm saying it's a performance because Ashley just wants it to be so perfect.
Trust me. I know.
I feel like every girl wants their wedding to be perfect. It's what we've been planning since we've been like 8 years old.
Right. But
Like,
nothing
I've known
ever
the-
happens how you
I've
want it to.
known the color of our wedding since like I was like 12. And you can ask Carla because it's
I've never put any thought into a wedding.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
I guess I haven't actually put thought into it. Like actual thought.
I never
No.
did either.
I just know I want to get married and I want a wedding.
Yeah, someday.
I'll tell you what, though. Those pants that
Someday.
I got are the most comfortable pants that I've ever been fitted into.
Dress pants are actually pretty comfy. I'll give
They
them
are.
that. Like the official dress
Man.
pants.
Well, I love the feeling.
What's considered official versus non-official dress pants?
Like, I
Cotton.
don't know. I didn't think about
The
that.
Are you
price?
really scrolling something
No.
right now, Ben, while we're
I
doing the
am not.
podcast?
No.
Ben, what the
Oh
fuck?
my
Start calling you
goodness. I'm
Ashley.
gonna start calling you
Um,
Gino.
I have nothing else to talk about, so I'm just kind of putting my input here now and then. You know my brain. I can't
What
sit
the fuck?
still, okay?
This is why we kicked Ben off the podcast for a
Yep.
week.
Yeah,
Obviously
So-
didn't work.
soon to happen again.
Aaron and Kira weren't even on their phones when they were a guest.
Yeah, right.
so that's
Anyway.
I
kind
can't sit
of
still, okay?
that's kind of it.
What do you mean
Here
you are
we
right now?
are.
Yeah,
here
but I'm
we are,
scrolling through
20
TikTok. Or not TikTok. There we go. Shut up.
So yeah, here we are, 25 days.
Yeah.
25 days beforehand, and
Yep.
just hoping nobody does anything to fuck it up before then, right?
If somebody does, I'm killing them. Point blank. Period.
Everyone's like, where the fuck did Caleb go? It's like, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
He left our
As
house.
Jessica comes back with a shovel and her dress is
She's
all
all
dirty.
covered in dirt and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Jeez.
would.
There's like a blood stain. She's like, oh, I hit a deer on the way home. I had to bury it.
I had to just put it down.
Yeah.
It was in my way.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
But-
did almost hit a turkey this morning going to work,
Of course you did.
and I was like, I just really wanted to
Ashley,
hit it, just enough to kill it.
Just remember what Mom says. Just gotta tap it to kill it.
Yeah.
Just gotta tap
Well,
it to kill it.
He was all feathered up coming after me, and I was
I
like,
smoked one.
Mr. Turkey.
I smoked one in my work car that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Smoked it on
Where
67.
is it?
Long gone now. This was like a couple years ago.
What the?
It was like when I first moved out here. I was driving out here and I smoked it.
2019.
And yeah, it was on the side. I took a picture of it, but yeah, that thing was destroyed. I'm like, yeah,
Well-
I'm not getting anything
Okay,
off
well,
that.
that's a wrap.
We'll have to do an episode though of everyone meeting each other. Like what we remember from when we met each other.
Oh, like our first.
We-
Okay.
The first encounter.
Well, you got to
Have-
do that thing at the wedding where it's like, hi, I'm the best man. This is my first drink of the night.
Oh
Oh,
my
yeah.
god.
And then-
Hi, I'm the best man. This is
We can
my
post it. We can post
last
on the.
drink.
We have a TikTok.
Yeah.
We can post it on the TikTok.
Right.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah. We'll
Oh
have to
God, we
see.
should.
All right.
Stay
Well,
tuned.
Stay tuned to our TikTok apparently after the wedding.
There's
Ben,
gonna be
you
a
know-
lot of TikToks.
Ben, you
Wait,
know you're the one
wait.
in charge of all of this, right, Ben?
What?
Of all these videos and
Yeah, I got
audio
you.
and stuff. You're in
got you.
charge of all of that.
I got you.
All right.
Wait, we may not have a TikTok. The TikTok being banned.
Why?
It's
Yeah.
actually getting banned.
It was passed through the first set of whoever it is.
Yeah, it got passed through the first set of
To
votes.
get banned or
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
You didn't
blanket-
hear about
They
that?
are blanketing it over another
No.
bill.
That was like a month or two ago. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I heard that
No,
it
no,
was
no,
going
no.
to
But
get
it
banned.
just recently got passed. This one did.
For the second round.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait.
No, this is the first round, I think.
No, the first round already got passed like a month
yeah,
or two
like
ago.
2 months ago.
Well, I think another one just got passed recently.
Oh,
They're using another bill to blanket the TikTok ban.
Huh.
Why can't you just
Yikes.
let? I learned
Well-
so much on TikTok.
Either way,
Well, hopefully. We'll post it on something.
check out our social medias. You better start following them now because when the wedding happens, stuff will be posted.
Yes.
What
And we're
the
gonna-
fuck was that? Are you a female? You just brushed your hair that's not even that long out of your face.
No, I didn't.
You guys caught that, right? He
Yeah.
went,
No, I didn't. When I did this,
yeah, you went.
I
You
did
you
not.
brushed your hair out of your
I did
face.
not do that.
I swear to God, that's
not
what I saw.
I did. Because I looked over at my computer because it made a sound.
You were like,
no, I was. Okay, you know what? I'm not. I did not brush my hair. I have no hair to brush here.
that's why I'm confused.
I didn't brush my hair. Anyways, check out our social media. Start following them now, so that way when the wedding comes up, you are caught up on our shenanigans of the night.
This episode was also the first one since the bachelor party.
It was.
Yeah.
That's
That
a
was fun.
different time.
That's
Yeah.
different talk.
Hey, I got an
topic.
idea, guys. For the podcast after the wedding,
Caleb
when we
comes
do
out.
the when we do the
A recap.
when we do the wedding recap, we should have Carla on.
Oh.
Oh,
Mm,
So we
The
get
maid of
best
honor
man
and the best
maid
man.
of honor, yeah.
yeah.
totally doable.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, check out our social medias. Start following them. You were gonna
No,
say something?
No, nothing. I'll wait till
Are we
after.
dropping them here?
Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna drop them. We always do. Facebook,
Kindling Conversations.
Instagram,
Kindling Conversations.
TikTok,
Kindling conversations.
and then
Yeah.
our X, because Twitter can't just keep the name, is kindling.convos. Website is kindlingconversations.com. Our Discord is kindlingconversations.com/Discord. That's a wrap.
It's all right.
Toodles.
Deuces.
Aloha.
Adios.
That's hello.
No, it's not.
Yeah, aloha's hello in Hawaiian.
I just looked it up. It's goodbye.